So rent or buy. Tempest 4000. What did I think about it? Overall, best version. Xbox or PS4. This is the grandfather of all arcade games, must I add. The first game came out in the arcades in 1981. I was born, but I was only 1 year of age, and I actually never experienced it in the arcade, or I never noticed it. Now that I played this remastered version, that's pretty much people have been telling me there's a PS Vita version, and this is the port of it on PlayStation 4. Anyways, and you have the Atari Jaguar version in 1995, I think, 1987. I checked some gameplay. The Atari Jaguar one looks really awesome. It's Tempest 2000. The first one was just Tempest. This one pretty much is a, like I said, the grandfather of all arcade game I wish I played before in the past. It's a tube shooter arcade game. You're pretty much a spaceship, I don't know what, this triangle thing, just shooting around in a circle down a tube. As you go further on and you get better and better, you get power-ups and everything. As you can see, you're that thing and you're just crawling side by side on the walls, and you're always looking down and you're shooting those things off. As you go and shoot those things off, you get awesome power-ups. The first power-up is you get an automated laser so you can shoot them faster. After that, you got an extra AI that helps you shoot out the enemies. It gets really, really, really tough. Then the best part is when you get enough power-ups, you get the jump unlocked, so the spaceship kind of jumps back away from the level and you can shoot from a distance, everything, and you won't get killed. Because once the enemies hits the sides, or they get on the side, they try to get you on the side. I know it looks crappy. The explanation is bad. You can go look at some gameplay, but I love it. It's an instant classic. If you want to own a piece of history of arcade games, this basically inspired a bunch of games today. I gotta say, it's gotta be like the one best arcade game ever, and people are like really looking at my gameplay and giving me feedback for this game, and I just at first I was like, then you really dig the gameplay, and it's arcades goodness. I can't explain it. As you go further on, deeper on, you unlock levels. You got a pure mode and a challenge mode. Challenge mode is really hard. I mean, survival mode, they only give you one life, and you try to survive as long as you can. Just go with pure mode. It's awesome. It's like, I would say, campaign mode. You go out through the first level, which the first level is a tube. Then the other level is a square, but you're always shooting down. I know it sounds not that great, but it's arcade masterpiece. I gotta go with ultimately buy all the way, no rent. You gotta get this one. Haven't enjoyed an old arcade game. Well, I wish I'd played, like I said, the first arcade. Downers to me. Here's my downer point. It should be a co-op mode, like 2-player. It'd be really awesome. The other downer part is no VR. Like, you're shooting down in the tube, you have this 3D graphics, the soundtrack, everything, the music's awesome. But this should be a VR. There is rumors, or there's a VR version coming for the PS4, or they're just going to patch this one up. I hope. It's going to be cheaper for anybody that got this one. And, yeah, don't forget to collect the power-ups. The power-ups are the cross right there. Don't forget, they really help you out. You have to try it if you want to own a piece of history arcade. Like, it's really awesome. Doesn't play like anything else, Geometry Wars or anything else that ever existed, because basically they all copied off of this, because this is the grandfather of everything, pretty much. So what version did I prefer? When you go through the levels, if you want to power up your bonus with the controller, the DualShock controller, you have to use the motion. On this one, you just use the left joystick to go through the, what do I say, circles. And then you go through the circles, and you get more bonuses between the levels when you finish the levels. And don't forget, the more levels you finish, the further on levels you unlock, and you can go back and just play those levels also. It's really, really epic. It's addicting. It's hard to stop. Usually a good game would last for 30 to 40 minutes, but depends on how good you are. Arcade classics. So, controller-wise and graphically-wise, I preferred the PS4 version over the Xbox One. Somehow the PS4 version looked sharper and everything. The controls are much better with this one. I played with my controller, Pro Controller, like the big one, $200 one, the Elite controller, and somehow the control was much, much, much better. And I mostly played with the D-pad than with the left joystick. Honestly, PS4 version for me all the way. And if they do bring the VR to it, wow, it's just going to be epic. But on its own, just on its own, if there's no VR, I don't mind. I really, really love it. Thoroughly enjoy it. If it was crap, I would tell you, honestly, 100%. But owning a piece of history and discovering this game that's been remastered throughout the ages, I want to go back and try to get the Atari Jaguar one. And if I could get my hands on that arcade 1981, I'm going to do it. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as always. Have a great night, you guys. And I'll see you in the next one.